Anything we do in life that doesn't have a passion will not be successful. Anything you do in life, because this life is made up of a serious competition that make it possible that whatsoever you are doing, the whole world, a lot of people are doing it at the same time. So your passion will determine if you will be created a space. There is no gift deposited in man that will work without a passion. There is no gift, no talent, no gift deposited in a man that will make a meaning without a passion. I say it again. There is no gift deposited in a man, no matter how skillful the man may be, as long as the man refuses to have the passion for the gift deposited in him, the gift will die a potential. So when we are talking about passion, passion is the key of everything needed by man to reach the destination. So, and I'm talking about passion for a limitless glory, which means a urge that make man to reach a limitless glory. The glory of God stand at the end. It stands at the head. The glory of God. The Bible says, for those people he has foreknown, in the book of Romans, in verse 28 of Romans chapter 8. The Bible says, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. Verse 29 say, verse 29, he said, for whom he foreknew. Another version say, foreknown, which means those two words brought together, as I've explained to us before. Known means what I know now. For means before. Those people he has known before he knew them. Those people he has known before they were gotten pregnant. Those people he knew in Genesis chapter 1 verse 1. Those people he saw that when the world was in chaos. Those people he has predestined in the beginning when he was creating the world, before he created Adam. Those people he is foreknew. He also predestined them, which means we are orchestrated according to this time. Am I talking to somebody? I'm talking about a passion for a limitless glory. He has predestined them to be what? To conform to the image of the Son, so that something may come out of their life. Moreover, those who predestined, this he also was called. So when we say we hear a call, which is our vision, it may not be to be a pastor. You may have a call that, oh, this is what God said I should do. You should know the two things that have gone before your call. He has foreknown you. So when you see Messi playing football like crazy, it was before, because he has foreknown him. And he has predestined him for this time. And now he called. It is called we know. We do not know about foreknown. We do not know about predestination. Whom he has called, this he also has what? Justified. And whom he has justified, he also what? Glorified. So glorification is the last stage. There must be justification and there must be sanctification. Glorification stands at the end, because when he calls you, he must justify you before you can be glorified. Am I talking to somebody now? So when we are talking about a passion for a limitless glory, the issue of justification means you must prove yourself right. Justification means, is this thing fit to be there? Oh, okay, let's check. Oh, it's not fit. Oh, it's fit. Let's check. It's fit. He will justify you, even though he's the one that calls you. There must be justification before glorification. So when we have the passion for a limitless glory, we make you to be fit for justification. Why? It will make you to do everything that is possible for glorification, for justification. Why? Because glorification is the end of it, and it comes from God. And the Bible said they looked unto him and they were lightened. What is lightened? They were glorified. And the Bible says also, who shall ascend to the hill of the Lord in the book of Psalm 24? Or who shall stand in his holy place? He that has what? A clean hand and a pure heart. The two qualification is what brings justification. The two qualification, clean hand and a pure heart, is what brings what? Justification. And without something, passion, it won't be. Why will I say that? In the book of Psalm 42, Psalm 42, the book of Psalm 42, from verse 2, yeah. Psalm 42, verse 2. If you can get it. What does Psalmist say? He said, my soul thirsts for you. Which version is it? And can you please give me King James Version? Give me from verse 1. I didn't get what I wanted. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, give me 2. No, 42. This is 41, please. Let me read here, please. The Bible says, as deer pant for the water brook. That is what's supposed to start it. I don't know. As the hart panted afterwards, the water brooks. Say, I like this KJV. You call it hart. See, another version call it deer. Deer is a general language. You see, that hart means a young red deer. You know the animal that they call deer. A young male one. Male. That is what they call hart. He said, as he panted after water brooks. I was looking at it that if we should say panting, why would they use hart as an example of panting after water brooks? Because I look at it, even camels store water more than the hart. So why would hart be taken? But I got the understanding when I was studying that when predator comes like lion, is running after a hart. Hart can run. But if you look at the animal like cheetah is the fastest animal in the world. And when cheetah is running, he used to put the last leg in the front of the first leg, which make it to be faster. So he pull it, once he touch the ground, he push the front. And no animal run faster than cheetah. The spinal cord is a bit bent that make it possible for him to bend. So when he's pursuing an hart know very well that even though he's tactical, he cannot beat him. But he will be looking for river. Because he know that lion will not enter the river. So once he sees afar a mirage, a water ahead, he will start running faster, panting after the water. Once he sees the water, he will leap and jump inside the water. Then that will be the end of the chase. As the hart there panted after the water, so is my soul panting after you. Why? When problem comes, the first solution is supposed to be Jesus Christ. Am I talking to somebody? The song say, great is the Lord, is greatly to be praised in the city of the Lord, in the sight of his holy name. What did the Bible say? Is what? Beautiful for all situation. Beautiful for what? All situation. Is the joy of the whole world. So it is not maybe we like it or not. The Bible says all mouth must confess that Jesus Christ is the Son of the God. So when we really need glorification, there is something we must need. We need Jesus in the glorification. Because it is he that will justify man before man can be glorified. He says, so my heart panted after you. What does verse 7 say? What of the same the psalmist will read. Verse 7 say, he said, deep what? Did what? Deep calleth unto deep at the voice of their water. Spirit connects to spirits. Deep calleth unto deep. So if you are not deep, you cannot call into deep. It is deep that calleth unto deep at the voice of what? At the voice of the Holy Spirit. Deep connect unto deep. If I'm connected, you are connected. When I'm speaking, you get connected. Because the real water is being poured in at the noise of the water. Deep does what? It connect unto deep. Praise the Lord. I want to discourage some things in our life. which is the way we hold God. The book of Romans chapter 1 said, because they know God as God and they did not serve him as God, neither were they thankful. The Bible said they became vain in their imagination. Most of the way we handle God does not connote we know God. One of the things that fear me most, if God should call me to give account about the church and I cannot present 5 child of God genuinely born again in the church, who is panting, who is crazily crazy about God, who is crazy about God, who is panting after the things of heaven. I want us to read my text before I continue. In the book of Exodus chapter 33. I want somebody that will read very fast for me. In the book of Exodus chapter 33. We want the glory of God, but we don't want God. Am I talking to somebody? We want the blessing of God, but the truth of the case, we don't really need God. It is because of the blessing. I want us to see what God did to the Israelites. Exodus 33, verse from 1. Yeah. Exodus chapter 33. I want us to follow this very well. The Bible said, then the Lord said to Moses, leave this place, you and the people you brought up out of Egypt, and go up to the land I promised on oath. He sent them to that land is because of the oath. He said, go to the land I promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will give it to your descendant. Verse 2. I will send an angel. Listen to me very well. I will do what? I will send an angel before you and drive out the Canaanite, Amorite, too, Hittite, Perizzite, Hivite, and the Jebusite. I will clear all of them. I will send an angel before you. Go up to the land flowing with milk and honey. But what? I will not go with you. See, it is possible to be successfully wrong. I said it in our home cell yesterday. It is possible to be successfully wrong. It is true that you will have victory. You will have a sign and wonder in your church, but I will not be there with you. It is true that the presence of angel does not mean the presence of God. Every human have an archangel, have an angel that is guiding. They call it the guardian angel. I will do what I said to your parents, what I told your parents about you before they gave birth to you. Every prophecy I will make it come to pass, but I will not go with you again. I pray for the mercy of God upon my life, that every area I've wronged him, he should forgive me. Because the truth is that there are sometimes the appearance of angel make us think that God is with us, but the truth of the case, God may not be with us. For the fact that everybody is doing it does not make it right. Am I talking to somebody? For the fact that everybody is planning the way does not make it right. The Bible says there shall be a way, it's going to be an highway. It's the way of righteousness. No unrighteous shall apply it. And the people of those ways, they are foolish people. The Bible says, enter ye through the narrow gate. Broad is the way that leads to destruction, but narrow is the way that leads to life. And many people are applying the broad way. Many. So for the fact that many are doing it doesn't make it right, brother. I will drive the Jebusite, the Hittite, the Hivite, the Canaanite. I will drive all of them. And the Perizzite. I will destroy them before you as I've spoken. I will send an angel before you, but me, I will not go with you. The foundation of the Lord stands sure. I feared God when I read the verse and it touched me. I couldn't sleep. Asking for the mercy of God over my life, over the church. Because it is possible for us to see the finger, to see the appearance of God. Because if angel pass through this place, we will see the appearance of God. But God may not be here. He said, go to the land flowing with the milk and honey. But what? I will not go with you. Because you are a stiff-necked people, and I might destroy you on the way. When the people heard this distressing word, they began to mourn, and no one put an ointment. I want you to understand this thing. If God said, I will give you money, I will give you car, I will build house for you, I will send an angel before you, but I will not go with you. People say, okay, no problem. After all, you will give me everything I need in life. Because what you have failed to understand that the presence of God matters most. Everybody has an angel. And there are some priests of darkness that can overcome angel. I think you understand what I'm talking about. For the fact that you have an angel does not mean you will have a victory. No matter whom they be, even if they are, no matter the Gentiles they may be, everybody has an angel that's monitor them. But not everybody have God. The presence of God is not with everybody. Because our standing in the presence of God, we determine if God is with us. This is where justification comes. As long as there is no God there, there cannot be justification. Then glorification we are talking about. Brother, this thing I'm telling you is the reason why in Nigeria you will mention 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before you mention 10 pastors, then there won't be other pastors to mention again that you can acknowledge with the glory. Because the glory has to do with our standing and our taste from him. Our taste, our panting like a day after him. Our panting like a day after him. How we pant, we call for church. On Wednesday, we see few people as if we are doing it for business. Just for us to acknowledge God once in a week. We have forgotten that there is nothing we can become that is outside of him. How can we touch God when we serve him only once in a week? How possible is it for man to touch God and to digest the glory of God when we come to the presence of that glory once in a week? Do you remember that it is the same presence that Moses stood for 40 days? In fact, it was in the presence God was speaking to him. Verse 12. Moses said to the Lord, you have been telling me, lead these people, but you have not let me know whom you will send with me. You have said, I know you by name, and you have found favor with me. If you are pleased with me, teach me your ways. How many of us will pray that prayer today? See, it is not only about our material thing. If we understand his way, he told Moses, say, I have promised your father, your grandfather, I promised Isaac, I promised Abraham, I promised Isaac and Jacob that I will give you the land. Therefore, I have put an angel before you. You can do all the rubbish you want to be doing along the way. You will prosper. You will have money. You will have victory. You will even think my presence was there. But the truth of the case is that I am never going to be with you. So there won't be a limit. There will be a limited glory, not a limitless glory. And Moses said, remember your favor you say you are going to show to me. Remember you say you have called me by my name. Remember what you have spoken regarding my destiny. Remember the day you called me as an instrument of honor. Remember when you took me before you and you crowned me and you clothed me to be an instrument, a weapon of destruction to the kingdom of darkness. Remember all those days. And he said, if you're pleased with me, teach me your ways. I may know you and continue to find favor with you. Why you will pray this prayer today is for you to align yourself that, Father, I have done it because I don't know your way. But today, start teaching me your way, that I may be finding favor in your sight. Please acknowledge this prayer point. When Moses let God acknowledge that, remember what you told me in the beginning. God told him again, okay, Moses, because of what you said, my presence will go with you. Verse 15. Verse 15. After he claimed the presence, give me verse 15. Then Moses said to him, if your presence does not go with us, do not send us from here. See, it is not about our prosperity. As I said, it is possible to be successfully wrong. It is not about what we achieve. It is about the presence of God. There are some achievements that led to death. There are some achievements that it would have been better for us not to have it. So it is not about the achievement. If the presence of God is with you, it will stop some achievement that will lead to death. Then Moses said to him, if your presence does not go with us, do not send us. Don't drive out the Hittite. Don't drive out the Perizzite. Don't give me money. Don't give me car. Don't build a house for me. Don't prosper me in Malaysia. If your presence will not go up with me. Verse 16. How will anyone know that you are pleased with me and with your people unless you go with us? What else will distinguish me and your people? I told us everybody has an angel. There is something that will distinguish you. It's what? The presence of God. Everybody has an angel. Everybody is endowed with an angel. But there is something that will distinguish you from people. It is God. If you allow God to take over the glory of your life, that is when you will have a limitless glory, because he's a man with glory without a limit. If your presence is with me, this is what will distinguish you. He said, if you say you give me money, you give me a car. Everybody to have a glory, they have a car, they have a money, they have whatsoever they want to have. They have victory. But there is something that distinguishes boys from man. That is the glory of God. Your presence is what distinguishes me. It distinguishes the ministers of God. Because if you are talking at the time of prosperity, almost all has a prosperity in one way or the other. But there is something that distinguishes boys from men. It is the presence of God. There is something that distinguishes ministers of God from ministers of God. It is the presence of God. There is something that distinguishes rich people from other rich people. It is the glory of God. When the presence of God is with you, there must be glory. Then what did he now ask for? How will anybody know that you are pleased with me and with your people unless you go with us? What else will distinguish me and your people from all other people on the face of the earth? Verse 17. And the Lord said to Moses, I will do very thing you are asked, because I am pleased with you and I know you by name. Verse 18. Then Moses said to the Lord, now do what? Show me your glory. Glory is the last stage, brother. Am I talking to somebody? We ask for wrong thing. You can't have a glory when your way is not standing right. I can't have a glory. I acknowledge my way before him. I can't have the glory I want unless I'm standing right before him. Glory is the last thing, is the last stage. Glory is the last stage. Because when the presence is real, he said, he lay a table before me in the presence of my enemy and pour his presence on me. And my cup overflow. Let's see the dear devil that can touch it. Because the presence of someone is with me.